Hello. Let's see. Good morning. Almost good afternoon. Happy Monday. This is your Monday edition of Weather Where You Are. I'm Ella Dorsey, of course. The main story today is what was Hurricane Beryl. It's now, as of 11 a.m., a tropical storm, so it's decreasing in strength as it moves inland, still pounding the Houston area with heavy rain, millions without power there. We're still seeing significant wind gusts, so I want to go through that, show you the impact it's going to have on our weather right here at home this week, and then we will also talk about really beneficial rain that we got over the weekend. I hope you guys saw some. I had like 3 or 4 emails on Saturday asking me, people that live all over, that said, it's been raining everywhere, but here, when are we going to see the rain? So I hope that your area saw some pretty heavy rain through the weekend, because this is the last day where we're going to see some rainfall. All right, here's a look at Tropical Storm Beryl. Still winds at 70 miles per hour at its core, so it's still a very strong tropical storm. It's about 25 miles to the north of Houston, so it's very close, the center of the storm, to Houston. Sugarland area got hit really hard. Galveston getting hit really hard. You can see the heavy rain is displaced from Austin. So Austin is far enough on the western side of this storm that it is not going to be significantly impacted whatsoever. The same goes for Dallas today, okay? The track is taking a more easterly turn, so those cities should not be impacted by heavy rain and wind regardless. If you have flights to Austin, flights to Dallas, or anywhere in the vicinity today and tomorrow, still want to check in on those, because the airplanes are going to have a really hard time flying through and over this storm in the next 24 hours. So even though those areas might not be impacted directly, flights may be impacted there, okay? By tomorrow morning, it is a remnant low, so it's a tropical depression over Arkansas to move across Arkansas, and then essentially the remnants of it, so just heavy rain, will move up into the Ohio Valley and eventually into the Northeast. What are we going to see here from this system? Absolutely nothing, okay? In fact, we're going to dry out through the week this week. I want to remind you guys, this was the earliest Category 5 hurricane that we've had on record. We've been keeping record for about 150 years, and that coincides with the warmest sea surface temperatures we've also ever had on record. Take what you will from that, but our heat content is where it should be in the middle of September, the hottest part of the year. So as we get into those warmer months in terms of the water, it's just going to be boiling, which certainly doesn't bode well for any storms that do pop up. That warm ocean water is likely to sustain them, and that's what we saw with Beryl. Okay, it maintained its strength very well after hitting multiple land masses. So a major impact storm. We are entering into mid-July. We really see usually an uptick in activity in August, so we're going to have to continue to watch the tropics very closely. And NOAA, which the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, which is the administration that predicts these hurricanes, has predicted a hyperactive season. Just want to remind you guys, typically we see 14 named storms, 7 hurricanes, 3 major hurricanes. We have already seen a major hurricane, okay? They're predicting 4 to 7 major hurricanes this season. Okay, other than Beryl, we are watching a stationary front. This front came in on Saturday, parked itself, sat there yesterday. It's the reason that we've seen rounds of heavy rain throughout the weekend, and it is the boundary along which more storms are going to pop up today. I know that no one thinks this is a bad thing, because we desperately need that rain. About a 40% chance of coverage, which should help cut the heat a little bit. We're currently sitting in the low 80s, other than, look at West Georgia, Noonan, Rome, LaGrange, you're already in the upper 80s, a little bit more sunshine there. Metro Atlanta is not included in the heat advisory today. It does include areas like Covington, Newton County, Walton County, so Monroe, Georgia, Eatonton, Lake Oconee, Athens, Watkinsville, down into central Georgia. Let's see, Thomaston, LaGrange, Meriwether County, you're all in this heat advisory. It's already in effect, but it stays in effect through 8 p.m. Feels like temperatures in these areas could push 106, 107 degrees this afternoon. All right, here's why we've issued a first look weather day for today. You can see many areas not going to see rain, okay? The coverage is going to be a little bit lower than this weekend, but any areas that do see rain, these are slow-moving storms, so very similar to this weekend, you could pick up, 3/4 of an inch, maybe look at LaGrange, 2 inches of rain, so another round of heavy rain on the way for some. And I wanted to just go ahead and give you guys an idea of how much rain we saw This is the rain in the last 48 hours. This does not include that big line of storms that came through on Friday that dropped over an inch for many areas. So just this weekend, much of Atlanta and metro Atlanta saw over an inch of rain. So I really do expect the drought to improve, and we'll get that new drought update, let's see here, Thursday. All right, this is our HER model, the high-res model. It updates every hour, so it's pretty accurate. It has a few storms popping 6, 7 p.m. A few storms could last after sunset, so very similar to last night. You could see heavy rain and thunder. We had a lot of damage this morning in DeKalb County. It looks like a little bit of a microburst situation. I don't think we're going to see that today, okay? We just don't have the instability that we had yesterday in the atmosphere. Stopping the clock at midnight, again, a few showers and storms could continue into the wee hours of the morning. Tomorrow, we start to see dry air filter in. That drier air is really going to take over through the end of the week. So tomorrow, only an isolated storm out there. And essentially after tomorrow, we're looking at like a 0 to 20% chance of rain. So you're going to have to get the garden hose back out and water the garden. Mother Nature's not going to do it for us. We will be back into the mid-90s by this weekend, and it stays that hot next week, okay? All right, that is it for today. Tomorrow and through the rest of the week, I'm going to try to do some breakouts on summertime heat and where we're sitting, maybe a look ahead to fall. What can we expect? It's really hard to tell this far out. We'll talk about the Madden-Julian oscillation. You guys know I love to get nerdy. So we'll take a look at that, and I'll show you how that will impact our weather. You're probably like, what the heck is the Madden-Julian oscillation? Tune in tomorrow, and you're going to find out, all right? Okay, guys, have a great day.